also violate an affirmative obligation under the prohibition of torture and ill treatment. Despite significant progress made in developing standards, including concerning the rights of persons with disabilities, forced psychiatric interventions based on disability alone as a form of torture and ill treatment continue to be committed in healthcare settings where choices by people with disabilities are often overridden based on their supposed best interests of patients, and where serious violations and discrimination against persons with disabilities may be masked as good intentions of healthcare professionals. My mandate has previously declared that there can be no therapeutic justification for the use of solitary confinement and prolonged restraint of persons with disabilities in psychiatric institutions. Both prolonged seclusion and restraint constitute torture and ill treatment. In my 2012 report, I addressed the issue of solitary confinement and stated that its imposition of any duration on persons with mental disabilities is cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment. Fully respecting each person's legal capacity is a first step in the prevention of torture and ill treatment. As already established in my mandate, medical treatments of an intrusive and irreversible nature, when lacking a therapeutic purpose, or when aimed at correcting or alleviating a disability, may constitute torture or ill treatment when enforced or administered without the free and informed consent of the person concerned. Deprivation of liberty on grounds of mental illness is unjustified. Under the European Convention on Human Rights, mental disorder must be of a certain severity in order to justify detention. I believe that the severity of the mental illness cannot justify detention, nor can it be justified by motivation to protect the safety of the person or of others. Furthermore, deprivation of liberty that is based on the grounds of a disability and that inflicts severe pain or suffering falls under the scope of the Convention Against Torture. In making such an analysis, factors such as fear and anxiety produced by indefinite detention, of forced medication or electroshock, the use of restraints and seclusion, the segregation from family and community should be taken into account. Mr. President, the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities offers the most comprehensive set of standards on the rights of persons with disabilities, and it is important that states review the anti-torture framework in relation to persons with disabilities in line with this convention. States should impose an absolute ban on all forced and non-consensual medical interventions against persons with disabilities, including the non-consensual administration of psychosurgery, electroshock, and mind-altering drugs for both long and short-term application. The obligation to end forced psychiatric interventions based on grounds of disability is of immediate application. States should repeal any law allowing intrusive and irreversible treatments when enforced or administered without the free and informed consent of the person concerned.